What's up, y'all? I'm sitting here talking to myself and fussing, and I realized I need to turn on the camera. What's up, y'all's don't feel as frequent for me these days, and I think it's because I've just been very inward in my own life, and you all know I go through these seasons where the focus just needs to be on me, and then some awarenesses and epiphanies come out, and then I share those as they happen, and I definitely think that's where we are. But anyway, my point is, and this is coming up because I'm watching several things play out on social media today. And, and some of them I think are appropriate. And then some of them I think are things that don't need to be playing out on social media. But the bigger question for me, the thing that I find the most important, right, is to figure out who you are in relationship with, because that's who you're accountable to. And part of the problem is, particularly as it relates to social media, is that we relate to this platform like we are owed explanations from everyone, and like everyone believes they are deserving of an explanation from us, despite just because we're on a platform together. And what I want people to start recognizing is, and it's the reason why I pulled back off of social media, because social media is not my community. Because community involves relationship. Community involves some sort of shared ideals, shared goals, shared intentions in some ways, right? And a means or a mechanism to communicate those shared goals, ideals, visions, values, right? And two people have to buy into that relationship. Two people have to show up to that relationship over time, generally, right? I am in, I have a group I go to every Sunday that's about sort of activism, grief, community. That's my community, right? It's a part of my community. The people who I surround myself with here in Aotearoa, they're my community. My Patreon folks, those are my community. Because we've decided to be in a mutual relationship. That's why we're in community together. Everybody on social media is not your community. No more than everybody in your grocery store is your community. I'm not accountable to everybody in my grocery store. If I said something yesterday that you disagree with, and I see you in aisle 3, we have rules in real life that we just refuse to translate to the social media space. And I've said this, I feel like I've probably done this video before. I feel like I did it last year, probably almost to the date, in Hawaii. If you saw me in the grocery store and I said something you didn't like somewhere else, right? In general, and again, like I said, the social fabric is fraying, so I feel like we don't engage these same sort of dynamics anymore. But by and large, if I said something you disagreed with, right, and not like disagreed as in harms me directly, not disagreed as in, is harming some, there is some imminent danger as a result of the things that you said, but could just be a difference of opinion. I hate little dogs, right? If you heard me in the parking lot say I hate little dogs, and you showed up on aisle 6 while I was getting my turmeric tea to confront me about hating little dogs, I would think that you were a plumb fool. That you had totally missed all messages about how social engagement goes between humans, right? I would be like, no. But beyond whatever I thought about it, I would feel no inclination to explain to you my opinion, because I don't owe you an opinion about why I hate little dogs at all, right? But on the internet, we run around chasing people who've said something that we disagree with, like we have relationship with them. You don't have relationship with people. You don't have a relationship with them. So why are you chasing them down to make your opinion known to them? What do you hope that it will achieve? What do you hope you're going to get out of that exchange other than conflict and derision? Because in general, when you run around offering your opinion to people who didn't ask for it, you create conflict and derision. Now, if I'm in community with you, right? I'm in community with you. We share space and time. We have some agreed upon values, right? And I say I hate little dogs, but I'm in the small dog alliance, right? The alliance for the well-being of small dogs. And we're in that group together. You might be able to pull me up. You might be able to be like, so I heard the other day that you said you hate small dogs. And I just want to talk about that because in this community we're in, there's, it feels misaligned. Cool. We are in a community. We have agreed upon values, and I am misaligned with those stated values. That's a conversation. But every person, you're not in community with every person on social media. And so you don't owe people an explanation. And you're not in community with everybody on social media. So they don't owe you an explanation. The next time you feel inclined to go comment on somebody's thread derisively or to argue with them or debate with them, I just want you to stop and ask yourself, do I have a relationship with this person? And if I do not, I should probably go and mind my whole ass business. Unless that person is a government official, unless they are someone, again, and I understand that we can get in this larger conversation if we're all connected, because, I deeply believe that we are all connected. However, just because we're all connected doesn't mean we all have relationship. And it is relationship that brings about accountability. So if you're interested in accountability, it has to be held inside of a container of relationship. And so if you are trying to get somebody to be accountable that you don't have a relationship with, you're not trying to get them to be accountable. You just want to be in their mess. You just want to be in their business. You just want to fight. You just want to argue. But just say that. I just feel like being in confrontation and aggravation on the internet because it's a space that allows me to avoid my own issues. Just say that. But we don't want to say that to ourselves because that hurts. Because that's the truth underneath the truth, right? That we spend a lot of time in social media expending our energy so that we don't have to do our own work. And I really want to invite you, the next time you feel inclined to go and comment on anyone's thread in some derisive fashion, to include some argument, to tell them that you disagree with them, I want you to just stop for a moment and say, do I have a relationship with this person? Does this person have a relationship with me? And if not, what would it look like for me? Then the next question is to say, okay, what am I avoiding in my own life that I'm here right now? Because your number one relationship to tend to is you. And when you find yourself being fixated on stirring up the pot in some other space where you have no relationship, it might be an indicator that there is your primary relationship that needs some tending to. That's my invitation today. All right, y'all. I'm sending you love. Stop arguing on the internet. And arguing on the internet is not the same as calling to people account on the internet. But account involves relationship and community.